Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marco Martin's Monday Moanings, where I moan on a Monday. If I go to a coffee shop and the barista doesn't have a mustache and a rolled up beanie and he asks me, "Can I get you a cup of coffee?" I ask him, "Can you? Can you get me a cup of coffee?" If you don't have a mustache and a rolled up beanie, hipster vibes, especially if the mustache curls a little bit on the sides, I don't believe you can get me a good cup of coffee. It's just all downhill from your day from there. If the barista with the mustache and the rolled up beanie isn't there, and the same thing goes for cocktails. I know I don't drink, but I don't have faith in your ability to make a cocktail if you don't have a mustache and a rolled up beanie. We have too many things as well. There's too many new things coming out with the internet. Substack, which is YouTube for lawyers and human resources experts. Oh, Marco, actually, Substack isn't a. I don't care. I don't care what Substack is. I don't care if I'm getting it wrong. I don't care if it's more like Patreon. I don't care what it is. I don't want it around. I don't think that we should have new things. There's too many things. I don't want an email from a lawyer saying, "Oh, join our Substack." No, I won't be joining your Substack. I do not care about Substack. There's too many things. It needs to end at TikTok now. We can't have new social media things. Oh, but what about the B2B space like LinkedIn? I don't care. I don't care. There's too many B2B things. I don't care that you get this many impressions for your business consultancy on LinkedIn. Oh, it's the most effective marketing. I don't care. I really don't care, especially with B2B things. And you will not see me on any Substack. You will not see me on LinkedIn. I have an account on LinkedIn. You will not see me operating within LinkedIn. You'll never see me there. There's just enough. I haven't even accepted TikTok yet. I still have to wrap my head around that one. But just stop with Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and just leave it there. Just leave it there. We have too many things. And the world's going crazy. It's a wild, wild place. Got Donald Trump rambling. So, like, next week, we got to figure out what's going to happen with Donald Trump, like who he's going to have his little tariff war with next. You know, it's been all Canada in the news and this little South Africa bits in between. Like, you're just expecting the next war of tariffs from Trump. And I think it's got everyone anxious and feeling overwhelmed. And whenever the world is wild like this, it's your opportunity to invest in danger. Danger. That's what people want, because people want to check out. People are like, I'm done with this. I want to check out. But they do not want to go all the way in checking out, in unaliving, as we should say. They don't want to go all the way, which you shouldn't. If you do feel those compulsions, do not check out. Do this instead. Invest in danger, adventure things. Get yourself a little airplane that people can skydive out of. Get yourself a bungee location. Invest in adrenaline-filled, high-risk adventure things. And this is what's going to hit in the next few months. You're going to see more and more people doing more of these things because they want to check out, but not in the most extreme way. They do not want to go to the absolutes. We do not do absolutes anymore in the 2020s. There's no more absolutes. We'd like to just like wriggle our way in between something that's high risk, but not quite the absolute risk. Don't want to take it all the way. Just want to feel like you're about to check out, but you don't. I think that's the way to go forward. And that's where you're going to make some money. Find yourself a good bungee location, some base jumping stuff, just like ultra high risk danger things. That's the way to go. And when I think about things, and I don't think there's been an episode of this where I haven't gendered the conversation, where I haven't brought up, oh, what women do and what men do. Women love a bit of danger. Like men cheat, right? It's more common statistically. Don't go, oh, well, women cheat too. I know women cheat too. I've had enough of it, okay? But statistically, in the most statistical relevant way, men cheat. And a lot of the women they cheat with are aware that they are in a relationship of some sort, whether they're married or have a girlfriend or whatever, is I think women love the danger, the risk. And I think married women play that line. They don't want to do the absolute. They don't want to go cheat. But boy, oh boy, do they like playing that line. The risk, the danger. Oh, they love that danger, just to play with it a little bit. Just wear something a little sexy around an attractive guy and give him just the slightest inclination that he should make a move. And whether you act on that move or not, doesn't matter. It's just that risk. It's just that danger, that fear that makes them feel alive, because everything is so mundane. Imagine having a conversation as a woman with a female friend. Oh gosh, how boring. How boring are your conversations? Huh? Oh, I was at Discam the other day and there was a special on this makeup. Who cares? Not even you care. You're bringing it up to you know that you don't care. And that is why you just ever so nearly cheat on your husband every now and then. Every now and then, you just nearly do it. Nearly cheat on your husband. Men need to nearly check out, need to jump out of an aeroplane just to feel a bit alive, because your friend's telling you about that time, which was like 15 years ago, that time you all got really drunk. Do you remember that time we all got really drunk? Yes, it was 15 years ago. I don't remember the occasion, but I remember the 500 conversations we've had about it and how it's so funny that I don't remember the occasion because I was so wasted, bro. Jump out of an airplane. Just that nearly checking out moment is going to be so important coming up this year, because things are wild. Things are wilding out there. Airplanes are crashing. They're landing upside down. Donald Trump's at war with tariffs. There was a budget speech that no one actually knows what came out of it. Yes, I know. Some people do know how it... I know. Don't argue with me. Just in general, we don't know or care what happened, as long as it's not 17% VAT and I can still fly to Cape Town. I don't need to take an Oxwagon. And speaking of this high risk thing, men don't only do like the actual high risk, they also do relationship risk. They also do that same thing. And ladies, if you've got a guy who is new, you got like a new thing, and he asks you the playful question of how much would it take for you to do X, right? How much would it take for you to give a guy X, or to do this with a guy, or have sex with somebody? What's your number? Because the idea is that everybody has some sort of number, right? But an insecure man, it doesn't matter what that number is. It doesn't matter what that number is. They'll be disgusted by the idea that you have a number at all. So always lie and say, no, I would never, I would only do sexual activity with somebody that I am attracted to and I find appealing, that I have sexual chemistry with, or I'm in a relationship with this person. You will never find a guy accepting any level of answer to that question if they're insecure. Any level of answer to that question that is acceptable. They will be disgusted no matter what the number is. And now I'm speaking to that guy. So if you're that guy and you ask that question, divide that number by 4. Divide that number by 4 or 5 or 10, whatever she tells you. If she's like, you know what, I would do it for $1 million. If someone offered me $1 million to do it right now, I'd take it. The real number is $100,000. There's no way that they're giving you the real number, because once that figure is presented to them in person, once they actually have that figure, it changes everything. If they're saying $1 million, it's not $1 million. I can tell you right now. And if that bothers you, don't ask the question. Just remain naive. But again, you want that danger. You want that nearly absolute check out of an answer to come to you. And that is going to be more and more prevalent now as more men are insecure and they're in relations. They're going to ask the question because they want that risk. They want to sabotage something. They want to feel a little bit alive. They want to burn the world down before it burns down by itself, for that sense of control. And if the number's $1 million, it's $100,000. I guarantee you right now, do it for $100,000. And guys, speaking of new relationships, speaking of these sorts of things, if you're in a new relationship or you're just trying to get some sort of attention from a woman. And you just want to sound interesting enough. Like, it's just so uninteresting if I just talk about my work, talk about my hobbies, things like this, whatever. Women want a guy who can engage in philosophy, can engage in a bit of history, a bit of psychology, a few of these different things. Here is the hack. If you have no knowledge of philosophy, if you have no knowledge of psychology or any of these things, and you want to appear intelligent, here's the hack: Socrates. Here is the hack: it's Socrates, because you say, I am such a fundamental believer in the philosophy of Socrates. I think it's the birth of Western sociology, it's the birth of Western philosophy, and it is Socrates. And the reason you say this is because it's the easiest thing to do in the world, is that you just need to behave like a 4-year-old. You just need to ask the question why after everything in a conversation. So what do you do for a job? Oh, I'm a waitress. Why? But why are you a waitress? Well, I need money so I can pay bills. But why? But why do you need to pay bills? Well, I need to have a place to live. But why? But why? But why? Like a 4-year-old. That is Socrates' philosophy. You appear intelligent. Meanwhile, you just need to behave like a 4-year-old. It'll be frustrating. And then when they're so frustrated with you, they're like, why are you asking why all the time? Be like, but why are you frustrated by this? Why? But why? But why? But why do I do this on a Monday? Anyway, I'm Marco Martins. Good luck with the rest of your week.